You have each entered identical rooms. And each room is equipped with a device I like to call the Freeze Blaster. Once detonated, it can reduce the room temperature by 30 degrees.
Sci-Fi had a shtick of adapting game shows from other countries that seemed lighthearted and making them scary. The downside is you get this disaster piece. Japan is a nation many of us are familiar with due to their cultural exports over the past half-century. Whether it be anime, video games, or crazy game shows, the Land of the Rising Sun has given the US numerous cultural icons, many of which have lasted the test of time. But out of all of them, one I did not expect to come to the United States was a game show cancelled due to the Tohoku disaster. 2009 saw the premiere of Dasutsu Game Diro, a game show that blended humor elements with a horror movie, despite it being shown that the contestants were alright. The show was a smash hit within the nation. However, in 2011, the show was cancelled following the aforementioned Tohoku disaster, in which an earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear power plant meltdown all occurred within 2 weeks of each other. For a while, the show was just seen as a forgotten relic. That is, until American media company Smart Dog Media got its hands on it. In 2013, Smart Dog Media decided to resurrect this game show into an American show titled Exit. Why? I don't know, I just caught the show after an episode of Total Blackout. Anyways, here's the premise. 4 teams enter a series of escape rooms, with one team being eliminated in each round. The last team standing goes on to play a special round of an escape room. If they succeed, they win $10,000. The show is hosted by American actor Kurt Dowsett, who really only starred in B-movies, but in this show, Kurt Dowsett is a hilarious shitlord that makes some amazing comments. Here's a few.
I don't even know what the hell a carbon footprint is.
So clearly you drive a Hummer and not a Prius.
Yeah.
So far, no other team has solved the first puzzle. And you haven't either. You have one incorrect. Get back to it.
Okay.
Warning, walls activated.
Oh, did I forget to mention that the walls will be closing in on you too?
Anyway, the show has 7 rooms. The first room is the Beam Room, the default room when there are 4 teams. Each team is given 72 inches, 182 centimeters, for those not using yeehaw units, of a beam that's suspended over a bottomless pit. Supposedly. There, the teams are meant to solve puzzles. They could be either one of the 3. It could be a picture puzzle, a license plate puzzle, or a mix of 2 celebrities' faces. The beam would shrink over time. Repeat this cycle until one team falls. Then, you get the Freeze Blaster room. This is played with 3 teams. There are a series of matching puzzles of varying topics. Movie monsters and how they were defeated, superheroes and the one behind the mask, etc. Get one of them wrong, and they say the Freeze Blaster will drop the temperature by 30 degrees Fahrenheit. After 3 correct puzzles, the teams are given a code to unlock a set of wire cutters, with the last team being put on ice. Those are the narrator's words, not mine. I also need to note that this room originated in the American version of the show. Then, you get to the Shredder room. This could either occur with 2 teams or 3 teams left, but the variant with 3 teams is more common. There is a giant fucking shredder at the end of a tiny corridor that's blocked by walls. With that, you're given clues to either a 3-letter, 4-letter, or 5-letter word. Think Wordle, but some giant shredder monsters behind you. Solve 5 of them, and you're good. Just don't escape last, because then the scary shreddy monster will get you. This was also originally seen on the Japanese version as the Stone Monster Room, but for some reason a giant collection of saws is the modus operandi for numerous nations. Then you have the rooms with 2 teams. First up is the Mine Shaft. 2 teams step into a pit of quicksand and are given a set of clues to a person, place, or thing. The only goal, don't sink into the quicksand. However, this room was proven to be fake. In 2018, Heather Riker, a contestant on the show and part of the first team of 5 to win, by the way, the show had 6 episodes, made a video proving they filmed it on top of a studio, basically proving nobody had died on the show. Not like that we knew that already. This room is also initially from the Japanese version of the show. Then you get the wall room. 2 teams are locked into 2 identical rooms, with them being made to solve A or B puzzles. After 5 are completed successfully, one partner will be released to retrieve a key using a set of, are those tuning forks? I'll let the clip explain because I cannot do it enough justice. Also, this was seen on every version of the show.
Got this. Get it. Oh, that's not good.
Get it, hurry up, Hurry up, Keith, I gotta get the hell out of this room too.
Now take the key and drop it in the slot on the wall.
Hurry up!
Hurry, Keith, go! That's it, Connor. Now put the key in the slot. Get out of there!
Get to the end of the hallway. Run, go! Hit the button.
You're both.
And then we get to the final round, and only one team can play here for the prize of 10 grand. And the rooms are both similar. The only thing they have differently is the second puzzle. The cabin in the woods has them sort logs to name for things that are, for example, older than Larry King, and the tank has a color key puzzle. All you have to do is solve 3 puzzles within 10 minutes and you win. Shockingly enough, only one team on the US version of Exit was unfortunate enough to fail on the final stage. Of any game show I've seen, I think Exit has the highest win rate. Now to why the show didn't have much success. 1, the show is on an extremely niche channel. Sci-Fi is really only known as the channel Sharknado and WWE SmackDown was on. So unless you're either A, someone interested in shitty B movies, or B, a professional wrestling fan, it's very unlikely you saw any of the show at all. 2, the show wasn't really all that cared about by people. People don't really go to Sci-Fi to watch game shows. They go to watch movies. So, for that instance, the show's downfall wasn't that it was bad, it's just the fact the channel it was on was incredibly niche, and people only went on there to fulfill certain needs. Ultimately, Exit was a good show, but the channel it ended up on was a major contribution to its downfall. The show, while obscure, is a major relic of my childhood, and I can't really fault it for being bad, because ultimately, the show was one of my earliest childhood memories. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm Duality Dustman, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.